Okay, so this is the fundamental lesson. Basically here, Tekla element. So as you can see here, under the Tekla structure element, you will find those uh, elements similar to Tekla structure. So you have the beam, you have the bend plate, column, you have the steel, you have the concrete, you even have the editing tools like our detailing tools, the fitting, the part cut, the even the grid lines. You can have that also under the Tekla structure tab. As you can see here, uh, okay, just don't mind the version, but basically these are all the basics that you can find inside the grasshopper. But this there are more on this because as you can see, these are only the from 2019, but now 2023 there are more parameters that you can see later on. I'll show that one in the other screen. Okay, so as you can see here, you have the beam, column, brace, slab, cuts and fittings, components, and then these are the next thing is the basic grasshopper elements. So these are the commands. So here we are going to talk about more on the construct point, line, and then the slider, and then move. So basically, these construct points is very important because, as you know, one point is consisting of X, Y, and Z coordinates. So you need to understand that X, Y, Z coordinates. So in order for us to form a line, then you must have 2 points, the start point and end point. Okay? So again, a point consists of X, Y, and Z coordinates. So uh, meaning the point can be, so if you have this point, so this one has this X, Y, and Z. Okay. So if you have point 1 and then point 2, okay. So I have X, Y, and Z in point 1. I have also X, Y, and Z in point 2. Then you're going to form a line. Okay. So this is the very basic of uh, creating a model. Okay. So you have the point 1, point 2, and then it consists of the line. And then also you have the move. So this move is something like similar to or element to move. Then the motion. This one is similar to copy. So you will notice that in Grasshopper, there's no copy command, but it's a move. Okay? So it will be moved. So again, it's another way of, the terminology is different, but basically this one is a copy command. Okay, and then this is the slider. So this is a very useful because as you can see, just simply hold this point and then move left or right. Then it will slide to it will decrease and increase the number, and then that one will to make your element to make your element parametric. Then you can use the slider or the number slider. Again, under the grasshopper element or commands, so as you can see, you have the factor unit Z, Y, and X. So again, this is similar to the coordinates. And also, you have the grid. You have also the mathematical operation. So basic mathematical equation or operation here. So if you want to add two elements, then you can either use the addition, multiplication, division, and so on. So there are also some mathematical operations there, okay? But of course, we'll just use the basic. But again, later on, if you have more problem solving, then I think you can use this mathematical equation in Grasshopper. Okay, now let's move on to the Grasshopper and TS link. So the first thing is you need to open the Tekla structure. Okay, so whatever version is that, make it sure that your Tekla structure is matched to the TS Grasshopper Link version. So now I'm using 2023. So if you notice here, I have Tekla 2023. Okay, so that one is very important. Then, once you open the Tekla structure, right, then you can now open a model, and then next you open the Rhino. So the Rhino, as you can see on my left, it's a Rhino, but of course, under the Rhino, you just need to type the Grasshopper there, and then it will open the Grasshopper, what do you call that, canvas. Okay, so they call it canvas. So this is the Grasshopper canvas now. As you can see, I have that one in my left side. All right. So now let's start, because since we have already the Grasshopper and Tekla structure, so we add the first command here, which is add construct point. Okay, we add the construct point. So I hope you have the Grasshopper and Tekla structure open in your computer now. So let me just show you my first screen. So from here, all right, as you can see, I have this Grasshopper here. Just double click on this, and then you type here construct. You will find here construct point. Okay, construct point, or under the vector, you will find this one, construct point. Or just simply just type here. It's either, if you type here points, then you will find, no, you don't see any construct, but I think the keyword here is construct point. So click on this one. So now I have this construct point. So now that I add this construct point, as you can see here, like what I mentioned earlier to you. So I have, look, let me just double click this perspective. As you can see here, if I click on this construct point, you will see the points on the Rhino. Any questions so far? Just add, at this point of time, we are adding a point first. Huh? Okay, so again here, if I delete this one, the Rhino point will be deleted. If I click add construct point here, look, if I click here, then you have now the construct point here. Right? So any question here?
No. None so far.
None so far. Okay. All right. Now, okay, I'll just anyway, later I can just simply send you the what do you call that? The I will share to you later the slides that I created. Maybe we'll concentrate on the on our example here, right? So now to control the XY coordinates. So let's control first the XY coordinates here. All right. So here, X coordinates. If you notice earlier, if you type here X unit X, so meaning this one is for the X coordinates. Okay. And then if you type here Y, unit Y, and then unit Z. Right. So you will notice that I can link this unit X, Y, and then Z. But here, there's no value yet. There's no value. Maybe the Z direction, there's a value, okay? There is a default value there on the unit X, Y, and Z. But to be precise, what will be the movement, then I can simply type slider. So double click the view, double click the canvas and then you type here slider, you can see here the number slider.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. Okay, that's why.
So are we okay?
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that number slider, if you notice here, there is a value already. The value it's point something, point
Mm-hmm.
something. If you want to increase this value, just double click the number slider, and then as you can see here, you can change that one to I think it's integer or yeah, just type here n or click the n, so that one will be integer because this r is something like more decimal. This n, so you can have you can type here the minimum. So minimum could be negative. Okay, could be negative. If you type here negative 500 or 1,000, and then here the maximum range is positive 1,000. All
Mm-hmm.
right, so you have the range of 2 meters. So if you click here, as you can see here, 0, and then link that one to the X. So now, if I move to the right, see, you can see that, you can see to the right,
Mm-hmm.
or sorry, it seems that one doesn't move to the negative. So let's put this one as 0. Okay, so to the right. So that one is your 175 and then 1,000. So that is the 1 meter. You get it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Another thing is for the slider shortcut, if you don't want to type the here earlier, I type here slider, right? And then number slider. Actually, if you double click the canvas and then you just simply type, let's say 100 or 0, uh, 0, then two dot, and then you type here 1,000, enter. So it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that one is the shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now here, if I put here 300, let's say if you want to have if you want to be precise value here, just double click in the 390, let's say 250, and then enter. So that's 250. So look, if I connect this slider to the Y direction, so that's the same. So that's also the value. So meaning I have one value, so it will move diagonally, right?
Mm-hmm.
It
Yes.
will move diagonally. But okay, I don't want that one, so I want to disconnect. Okay, disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
So are we clear on that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, in this case, this number slider, you can also rename that one by simply right-click on the slider number slider. Here, you can rename this one as distance X. Distance X. And then you can copy this one by simply select and then Control C and then Control V. Yeah, Control V. It's something like Control C, Control V. Say, and then here, distance Y. And this one will be distance Z. So now, you link that one here, 0, and then 0, 0. Okay, Y, 1,000, and then Z going up. Okay, so now you have control your first point.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
Okay, so let's move on. So I'm controlling my first point. I put 0 first. Okay, 0. Now, the next one is we need to create the second point. Okay? We need to create the second point. So for the second point, um, okay, let's see.
Oh, okay. Select.
Actually, for the second point, I can just simply copy this one, copy, and then paste. So this one is my second point. And then, let's say distance x, sorry. So look, I have now 2 points.
Mm.
Did you get it? I have now the 2 points. I mean,
Mm.
creating the 2 points, I can copy the whole points and then the whole vector. The other way is I can use the move command. But this time, I just simply copy the whole point. So here, if you notice here, my distance x, the maximum is 1,000. If you want to increase the maximum to 5 meters, then you type here 5 meters. Okay?
Why is my number slider getting low?
Getting?
It's getting low. When I slide the number, okay, maybe it's just about. Okay, okay.
It's okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Okay, so as you can see here, I can increase the slider more, right? So I have now the construction point 1, construction point B. Okay, this one is A. Actually, this construct point, you can just simply type here construction point A, and then this one, you press the right button of your mouse and then you can pan in your GH, okay? This one
Right.
is construct point B.
Right button is the.
Yeah, right button. That's the problem. Because in Tekla structure, our panning is middle button of mouse. So you need to be careful on that.
Point A, point B. Right here. That's the one. That's the big class. Mhm. You change the maximum surveillance.
Yeah, I changed the maximum to 3 meters
Mm.
for the to 5 meters. Though, okay, look if you double click this distance x, double click, then you can change the numeric. There is a numeric domain here, the value here. But if you double click this 3,000, then it will only modify the value.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you have the point A, you have the point B. So again, from what I explained to you, if you have 2 points, then you can form a line, correct?
Mm.
So here, double click and then you type here line. So as you can see here, there is a create a line between 2 points.
Right. Mhm.
So just click on that one. And then as you can see here, I have start point and end point, right? So connect the point A and then point B. And there you go. So you have now the line.
Mhm.
So as you can see here, just click the point A, it will highlight, it will become green. Point B, it become green here. And then the line, it will become green. Now you may ask, hey, what will be the effect of this one in Tekla structure? Nothing. Still nothing. We're still doing the modeling on the rhino first. Now, as you can see here, the distance Z, let's say, for example, I want to move this line, go up. Look, if I move this distance C, see, the endpoint doesn't move, right? So meaning, I don't need this one, and then I'm going to link this here. So now it will move together. Okay? So we're starting to create a spaghetti here. So that's the thing with grasshopper, no? If you look onto the created script, you will really think that this one is too difficult to do, but basically it's not, because the outcome, you will see that's a lot of lines. Okay, now for the X, no need, but for the Y direction, look, if I move my Y direction to the right, okay, 1,000, so I want to move the whole line, correct? So I can now link again this Y direction, both for the point A and point B. There you go. So this one, I can delete this one now. So here, I can just simply move this one a little bit. And then this one is distance X. Distance X, I can just simply move it there. So distance X, distance Y, and distance Z. So here, if I move the Y, right? So I can also change the maximum of this one to 5 meters. Okay, and even the Z to 5 meters. All right. Also, if you want to, okay, look, if I want to, sometimes you do something like this, right? I mean, it's not aligned. You can easily align that one by simply selecting, and then here, click this, align, and then here, align also. This one, align. Yeah. So you can, if you want to have a something like more nicely arrangement, okay? So you can always align.
How to add the one A and B, the line?
No, click ka ulit. Ibang line yung napindot mo. Type mo ulit yung line. Yun yung isa, yung line. Yung isa. Create, yan. Align it.
That's it.
Not listening.
Not listening. Okay.
Just pakain na. How to close the other one?
Not even close.
Wait, if I open another, na-open ko rin kasi yan. How to close this? If I can go.
Do it, eh.
Yeah, yes, do it. Not listening.
Okay, so are we okay?
Yep.
Okay, now let's move on. So we have now the line, right? We have now the line. So actually this line, we can if you want to see just a preview, just a preview. If you want to see how this one looks like to Tekla structure, I'll just give you the preview, even though, I mean, we will have a segue first. Even though it's not part of the slides. So since I have this line, right? So if you go to Tekla structure here, then here I have the beam. This is a concrete beam, correct?
Mhm.
Can you see the Tekla structure 2023?
Mhm.
Then select this concrete beam
Mhm.
and then put it here, right? So now if I link this line to the curve, look what will happen. There you go.
Oh.
So your first beam using, so look, look here, if I move this one to the X, see? If I move this one to the, okay, this one, let's say I move it here as well, see? Move to the Y and move to the Z, right? So it's something like we're just playing here. Okay. And then under the okay, let me add this profile. But again, I'm just giving you just as a preview here, but we will delete this one later just to show you what what is the use of this line in Rhino and how you connect that one to Tekla structure. So here under the profile, so if you click this one profile catalog here, right? So just here, letter P. If you double click the profile catalog, so you can select the shape. All right. So if you want to have a different shape here, RCDL like this, okay, and then link that one to the profile, and there you go.
Oh, amazing.
Okay.
Mhm.
Actually, this one, if you want only the what do you call that? This panel, there is a panel. By the way, if you double click here and then you type here panel, this panel is something like you can type freely. You can type freely. Let's say, for example, I type here D500. Oh, sorry, double click and then you type here D500. All right, and then link this one to the profile. It's the same. Okay. The only thing, this profile, if you double click the profile catalog, there's a library here. There's a library. But if you know already, if you don't need the library, then you can use the panel. And also, this panel, if you, again, double click and then double slash, that is the command for the panel. Here, if you want to link this point A, as you can see, 000, right? Point B is 5,000. So the value you can if you want to see the output in terms of numerical value or the coordinates of this. So if I press here shift. So here 0 is 5,000. So meaning this one is 5,000, 5,000. The other one is 000, the point A. Right? So here, if I move this one to 1,000, see, look, it changed also the panel, right?
Mhm.
So did you get it?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, now let's delete that one. Enough for our preview. So it's not deleted because it's already modeled in Tekla. So okay, let's move on here. Okay, now the next part here is okay, maybe what we can do here is instead of X maybe, I will put this one to 0. And then I'll put this one to y. Sorry. Okay, this one is the x. So if I want this one to y, okay, because my y is both 0. Okay, so what I will do is I will let us change this one. So let's say, for example, instead of going to x, then I want to go to y. So meaning this y, this x will be 0. This x will be 0. All right. And then the y, I'll put this one here. And then like this. All right. So as you can see here, this is the x and this is the y. So the y now is on the 5-meter mark. All right. I can rename this one as x and y. All right, x and y. Okay, so let's move on here. On the line, we can now add the command move. Double click and then you type here move. All right, see here, move. Translate move an object along vector. So like what I mentioned earlier, move is something like a copy command. Okay, so just click on this move, right? So from this move, there is a geometry and then there is a motion. So for this motion, on what motion do we want to move here? So again, this motion could be X, Y, or Z. So meaning this one, if I want to copy that one to the X direction, then I will just simply type here X again, unit X, right? Unit X. And then here, the line, I'm going to link this one to the geometry. And then unit X. So I can now just simply type 0 and then let's say 5 meters. Okay, you get it?
Geometry.
Let's say this one 3 meters.
Oh,
So this is the top, this is the perspective. Just double click on the perspective and double click again. So it will expand. If you double click, it will go to the tile view, right? So this distance is 3 meters. Okay, are we clear on that?
Yes, yes. That's one. How do you disconnect the lines, sir, Dennis?
You can disconnect the line by simply, okay, look, let's say, for example, this factor, right click, and then here, disconnect the number. Or you can just simply select this one and then press the control key and then move it here.
Okay, okay. Control.
Select control and then move it back. Or select the factor, right click, and then disconnect. Okay, let's say this one is 2 meters. Okay, now, how about if we want to copy another two copies here? Okay, 2 copies. So what we're going to do is just simply, okay, remember earlier when I ask you to copy, I select this one and then write Control C, and then Control V, right? Like this, correct? But there is a shortcut there. If you select these 3 and then click and then press the Alt key, alternate key, it's the same as Control C and Control V. You get it? Again, select, press one of the element and then Alt key and then move.
Okay.
Okay? So as you can see here, look, if you notice when I copy that one, so the line is still the same. So if you notice here, it's overlap. See? It overlap. This one and this one. Same thing. So meaning this geometry must be connected to this geometry. The first move geometry must be connected to the second move geometry. And then here, you have now the control for this. You get it? And then, again, repeat the procedure, select and then Alt key, and then connect this one again here. So there you go. So now, as you can see, I have these 4 lines. So it's just a repeated procedure.
Ang ganda lang sa pangalan.
Are we clear?
Yes, yes.
But only we only created lines, so we cannot get the point of the other line.
There's no points on the other lines.
No, there's no points on the other line unless you can okay, let's say this one, if you want to get the point here, right? There is something like an endpoints. So put it here. So there will be an endpoint. See? Start and then you have the start and end again. In case that you need that point. All right? But at the moment we don't need. Maybe later. Maybe later we need a point on that. Okay. So let's move on. So in this case now, maybe I'll just need to increase my 5,000 here. I'll increase this one to 20,000.
Distance wide.
Okay. So I want you to create, okay, maybe I'll give you the exercise here. How we're going to, okay, here. Your exercise is to add line here, say line here, line here, and line here. Again, using your what is that? Using the existing point here, I want you to create this line.
Okay.
Can you do that one?
Okay.
Okay, I'll just give you time to do that one. Let me know if you have if you did it, or if not, then it's also okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, let me know once you done that one.
Okay.
This one will be your exercise. So again, what we did is the uh y coordinates in the distance of x. Now you do the other way. You need to create this cross section.
Okay. Okay. How many how many minutes?
1 hour. 1 day.
5 minutes.
Huh.
No copying.
Copy.
I want to finish this.
Exam June. So
Ah.
we'll have a when we have a break.
Mm.
I just copy. Mm. Mm.
You need to add a construct point on the x direction, because as you notice here, I have point A, point B, then there will be a point C. Okay,
Mm. Point C.
so point C. So meaning here, you can just simply put a construct point, and then this one will be point C.
Instead of creating a new one. Oh.
Yes. So okay, let me just show it. But this point C, right? Point C, then the movement of the point C is on the x direction. So meaning I can just simply copy this one. Sorry. But sorry, this one is y. Then I need to have a distance unit x, right? And then here, just simply 0. Yeah. Look. So I have now this point C, right?
Mm.
So now that I have the point C, so I need to connect the point A and point C, right? So line. So point A and then point C. There you go.
Then we
Right?
get that.
And then continue. See? It's even less than 2 minutes.
Let's see. Point.
Resume. Okay, once you have this line, then you just simply repeat the move command here. Okay. So what you can do is again move. All right, move, and then this time you need to move on the y, or sorry, yes, you need to move on the y unit y. Yeah. And then you just simply copy this one. Yeah. So just simply again Alt, then geometry to geometry. And there you go,
Mhm.
4,000. Okay, so that's it.
Mhm.
Now, problem solving.
Mhm.
How? Okay, look, I have two groups here, right?
Mhm.
This one and this. By the way, you can also group that one if you like, huh? So here, if I select this and then right click, you can see here group. So there will be you can group this one. And then if
Mhm.
you want to change the color of the group, then you may do so.
Mhm.
Something like this.
Mm.
Mhm.
And then you can rename the group. So let's say this one is a Y line, Y direction.
Mhm.
See here. The other one is X direction. So for the group, meaning you just simply select this one and then it will move around because that one is a group. Okay. Now, the uh, uh, the thing that we need to solve here is what if I don't want this extension here, but instead, if I move the last line further, then this line here will also extended. So meaning there will be no extension here. It will only what do you call that stop up to this point. So this extension will stop up to this line. So how we're going to do that? Do you get my point?
Uh-huh.
So meaning, let's say for example, here because here if I move like this, see, it doesn't intersect, correct?
Mhm.
Because this one is 5,000. If this one is 4,000, it's okay. Yeah, but
Mhm.
not all the time. That one is exact value. Yeah. So now, how we're going? Okay, what we're going to do enable for us to intersect that 2 points. So here we need to sum up the coordinates. So meaning, uh, for the y coordinates here, first is the y coordinates. This one. This 10,000. So instead of putting this 10,000, we need to do the summation. So what summation? Summation of the value that we used here in the move command. Okay. First is you type here addition. Remember the mathematical equation that I mentioned earlier? So here I have the addition. Okay? The addition. So addition of what? First is this. Addition of 2. 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4. Now, how about this one? How can I add? Look, if you zoom in, there is a plus sign here.
Oh.
All right. So now, 2 plus 4 plus 2 is equals to 8, right?
Mhm.
So that 8 must be equate to the y direction. This. There you
Oh.
go. So remove this one. So meaning, if I'm going to increase this one, see? Sorry. Not yet, not yet. Because the other one we must do the same to the x direction. Okay? So this one is for the y. So for the x here, for the x, Is it for? Sorry, No, 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 no. This one must be to. This must be to X. Sorry. Eh? Is it? It must be here. Yeah. Okay. So the Y. Let me just remove the let me ungroup this one first. So for the Y, this one should be. Let's put it this way first. So okay, the first one that I did is for X, not for Y. Now the next one, I can just simply type here addition. This time is for Y. So here, 1, 2 plus, and then 3. And then this one should be for Y. So just simply move it here and then close it, and that's it. So now you just move it here. So I have the X, I have this addition to Y. So whatever the distance you put here, see,
It's close.
it close. Now, look, if you notice here, my slider is something like it can be 0. Now, if you want to limit the minimum, let's say the minimum is 1,000, you just simply type here 1,000.
Mm.
So that it will not go beyond 1,000, see?
Mm.
Same thing here. Okay? And
Mm.
also here. So maybe all the slider, you can limit that one to 1,000. So it will not be 0 value.
Mm.
So this one, see? Okay, so just simply add 1,000 there.
Mm.
Okay, you will notice that this one at the moment is something like it's a fixed one, fixed. So meaning the number, because what we are trying to do here is something like we're going to convert this one as a grid line in Tekla structure. Okay, as a grid line. So if you notice here, it's something like more manual, but I mean it's a fixed number of grids here because I have only one, I have only 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, if I need more, then I need to add additional here. So let's say, for example, this one, I can just simply add this. Yeah, so I need to have additional. So meaning this one, I need to add more here and then, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any question?
Yeah. No question.
So are we clear on this?
Yes, yes.
So now you created this lines, okay, on the X and Y axis.
Okay. Oh, those are just lines for now.
Yeah, those are lines for now. Yeah.
Wow, what if it's a complex one?
Huh?
What if it's a complex panel?
No, actually, that one, there's a way on that. No worry.
Mm, okay.
But again, this one is just first is just to feel what the this script can be done. So meaning if you notice here, we don't type any codes here, but it's just simply linking the lines. Okay.
Mm.
So this one is just something like just for you to feel. Is this the first time you? Of course, this one is the first time you use the grasshopper, right?
Yes,
Mm.
yes.
Okay. So I mean, I just want you to feel how this one works first. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Next is
How about, Sir Dennis?
yeah.
How about our what's this? The switches that we have is just initials.
Yeah. How to make,
How to
to see
make
the
yeah, how to see
words.
those words.
Can only see
Okay. You mean this coordinates?
All we see is
It
just
is
X,
an
Y,
X, Y,
Z,
Z.
then L.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you just go to this display and
This,
then you can see here draw full names.
yun.
Ah, okay.
So it's
Okay. You did sorry, I didn't know that you're using the initials.
Yes.
Mm.
Because here if you remove this one, then it's only initials. Difficult to
Mm.
follow. Yeah.
Cannot follow it.
So it's okay now, So
Yes.
now,
Okay.
okay. Now that we created this line, so we want to add this point here, the points. Okay? So to the intersection, there is a command named multiple curves. Okay? Just double click and then you type here multiple. And then you can see here multiple curves. So if you notice here, solve intersection events for multiple curves. So meaning it will give you a points on that intersections.
Mm.
So if you click on this one, then you must add, okay, let's say this line. Is that line? Yeah, I think that's the line. No, sorry. Undo. The geometry. But yes, it's still the line, sorry. One, and then here, two, three, four. And then you just connect all the lines here. This one, see the intersection. Okay, by the way, you need to press the shift key.
To add more lines.
Shift key enable for you to combine those lines. See? Now, those lines, the intersection of those lines create the points.
Mm. Curves.
Now, if you want to know those points, just double click here and then you type here / or panel. So as you can see here, these are the points that you collected.
Mm.
All right?
Mm.
Okay. Now, let's move on to the Tekla structure again. So in this Tekla structure, I want you to delete the grid here. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Delete the grid. So let me just put this one away. And then anyway, this one is just a data. It's just the outcome. You put there or not, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then here under the Tekla 2023, just simply click the grid, and then put to the point, and that's it. See?
Oh. Grid. Where's the grid? I cannot find it.
Here, grid, under the edit.
Edit.
So look, I can put this one here.
Mm.
Okay.
Points to points.
Yeah. So there you go. So I have now this grid.
Mhm.
Mine did not. No data was collected. Okay.
Huh?
No data was collected.
Do you see? Do we have the same?
Geometry to the curves. Geometry to the curves.
Huh?
Yeah. When I do I need the addition what's that?
No.
Switch?
Do you have these many lines?
Yes. Yeah, but I don't have those X. It did not show all those points. Don't know why.
Can you share your screen?
Mm, okay. Um, so I've added this multiple curves, right?
Mm.
And then but in here it did not show all
Ah.
the points.
Oh, wait.
I haven't added the addition yet.
No. You add this line. You add also this line. This. Wait. Zoom in. No. To the left. To the left. One more line here. This line. Wait.
What line?
This. Oh, yeah.
Ah, to the multiple curves.
Yes.
Okay.
Ship.
And then also here,
Yeah.
this line here.
Oh, doesn't show.
Yeah. Geometry, right? Geometry.
Yes. Geometry.
And then the line.
Uh-huh. See, there's no value here.
No value.
No data. Okay, just wait. Where's
Where
my
is this? Overlap.
solder? Multiple curve.
Points, right? Points. Then green.
Why it doesn't show the points? Geometry. Why? Okay, that's fine. Uh, Kindly, can you delete again the multiple curves? Delete again this one.
Okay. And what happened? What happened to this one?
Yeah. Can you delete again the multiple curves? Yeah, delete. Yeah. Double click. Wait. Why there's a yellow?
Yeah. What happened to this one? What happened? Motion, geometry.
Uh,
I was just moving the this.
oh yeah, see? It something wrong,
Hmm.
Move line. Move line. Okay, can I control your, can I request for the control?
Sure, sure.
Okay, let's see. Because there's a yellow color here, no values inherited. And this one is line, line, and then going up. Huh? Uh, line. Okay. Type natin. Okay. Something wrong here.
Mm.
Move. Okay, Y. Unit Y. Huh? Hmm. Nawala. Sana.
Sorry. Can I have the mouse?
Yeah.
Uh, Sorry, I'm trying to put it in the bigger screen so everyone can see. Okay, right. Sorry.
Okay, so there's some issue on. Can you save this one first, and then reopen again?
Hmm?
Save
The
this one. Save.
how to save? Just click because there's this
Okay, save natin sa ano. Sa model. First, okay. Save it to desktop.
mhm.
Uh, okay. So here, yes.
Now it's all orange. Eh,
Hmm. Mm. Eh, ano to? Bakit naka-ano to?
yeah, I don't know what happened because I was maybe I clicked it when I'm using the middle button.
Oh, ayun.
It's because of that one.
Hmm, think so. Okay. So
Hmm.
this one,
Okay.
okay. And
Mhm.
then multiple.
Multiple curves.
Ah, oh, okay. So here, ship. Yeah,
Ayun, okay. So it's that lock,
yeah.
okay? Yeah,
Okay. So
okay. Mm. Yeah, maybe when I was trying to pan.
yeah. That happens.
Hmm. Then I accidentally pressed that one.
Okay, at least we know what to change.
Mm. Okay, it's adding up now.
Yeah, so try to add this grid.
Okay, so I got the data. So it should, yep, it's there. Nice. Yes. Nice. So if we change the sliders, one of the sliders. Okay. Tekla also adjust. Yeah, okay. Nice. So this is the one that we've made, right? And then it also reflects to the Tekla one. So if we change the value here, that one's changed. That one changes as well.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Wonder when we get further down into it. We can make the we
Yeah.
need to make it easy for them to use. So if you create a parametric shape for them to go in and change this in there rather than just having maybe like a table that's connected to it.
Table
Yeah, I wonder if they can just type the figures in.
in the table.
Yeah, because they've obviously got to go into each individual
Yeah,
bit.
it's a lot. Yeah.
It's
This is the
gonna be
basics first, so
yeah.
maybe we'll have that
Yeah,
later.
so.
So you can change the labels there. Panel. Ooh, nice. Then we can just copy these. Okay. That's the Z. Mm. Mm.